You have a friend that thinks that I'm thinking of distancing myself from. Rex, that's totally fine. As you go through life, you will make friends with people. As you discover who you are, you may find that people that you were friends with, you no longer share values with, or they even have opposite values to you. That's totally okay. It's all right for that to happen. It's totally okay to change your ideas and your values and to think about different things. Try to get along with everyone but one person. It's totally okay. It's not okay to use cutting people out your life as the very first thing you think of doing, because what that ends up doing is you end up not learning coping mechanisms. I think it's extremely important, and this is what, and again, I'm going to sound quite boomer with this. This is a millennial problem, which is my generation, and it's a kind of Gen Z problem with people younger than me as well. If you face hardship, there needs to be a level of effort on your part that you put in to overcome that hardship. There needs to be conversations you have with people you disagree with, friends that you have a disagreement with. There needs to be conversations you have with bosses and with kind of employers. There needs to be a conversation that you have with yourself or artists that you like whenever you come up against hardship that you don't particularly want to live with. And if, after you have gone through that process, which itself teaches you the coping mechanisms that you will need to deal with life, if you then come to the conclusion, my life is going to be better without this person in my life, then cut them out of your life. Because you've gone through the process and you've come to the conclusion. You've found the answer. The problem occurs whenever you come up against the tiniest bit of adversity and your first idea is to go to the final idea and immediately shut down. To cut it out of your life, to push it away, to not have that conversation, to not deal with it. Because that's not going through the process. That's not dealing with. That's not learning coping mechanisms. That is hiding from the problems, which is not a long-term solution for anything. This is one thing that I really try and impose into people. I am 100% in favour of trying to accommodate as much as I possibly can within my life, as much as people possibly need. I'll do that. But I also need to know that the person that I am accommodating has put in the required effort and the required kind of personal workload, if you will, personal kind of emotional support for themselves, that they have tried to accommodate themselves and adapt to the world as much as possible, and then I can come in and assist with what extra they need. To kind of boil this all down, I know people that expect to do no self-reflection and have the entire world morph and shift to fit their required needs. That's not realistic. It's not realistic and it's not fair. If you need something, put as much effort as you can into yourself to get it, and then ask for the help for that which you cannot do. That's totally okay. I've got no problem with someone coming to me and saying, hey, I need you to do something for me. I need help. This is what I've already done. I've heard the advice and was on the other end. There's always more work I could do before asking for help. It's kind of 50-50. It's communication. It is it's all about communication. Once again, talking to the person or the people or the systems. We're doing shoulder press. No one expects you to do everything yourself. Equally, you shouldn't expect everyone to do everything for you. It should be a kind of symbiotic give and take. I have, during my career in retail management... Oh, do have a highlighted question. Sweet, Inju, go back for it. I have, in my career during retail management, interviewed people for jobs. I've had people come into the job that I was working at and hand over a CV while they're with their parents, and then their parents did all the talking for them. I've been stood there behind some kind of counter, and I've taken this young kid's CV, and then I ask them a question, and then mum and dad answer for them. And I ask them another, and mum and dad answer for them. And I've actually had to say to the mum and dads, I'm not employing you. You're not going to be here day to day. Are you going to come into work every day as well? Have I got to train 2 people? Do you need a uniform as well? And they look and go, no, it's for my son. It's for my child. I'm like, right. Then why aren't they answering? When a customer asks them a question, are they going to call you up to get the answer? You need to let them do this. This is part of the process they need to go through to become a human being. David says you can be repulsed by comedy, but it says there, not going to automatically attack the individual, have their opinion. Yeah, comedy is where that's allowed. That is true, but I will judge an individual based on the kind of comedy that they make. If someone walks out onto a comedy stage and tries to make everyone laugh by insulting a specific type or trait of person, I'm going to sit there and go, at some point, you're just being mean. Unless you have a strong relationship with that trait specifically, this is at some point just cruelty that you're masking with laughs. What's my justification for worst MMO ever? Honestly, just playing games. What point do I perceive being critical as negative? Attack systems, don't attack people. If 5 or 6 people worked together to create a system and the system doesn't work, as in the inventory system's bad, the combat system's bad, then the system is stupid and dumb and a failure. The people that made the system, however, don't attack them because I don't know what else is going on in their life. You can attack systems, but don't attack people. Because sometimes most people who make video games want to make good games.